Nick Anderson comes through in extras, and the Railroaders walk it off to win the series. Welcome to the American Association Whiparound on this Monday. The first series of the second half have wrapped up. A great Sunday full of baseball to recap for you today. Some shakeup in the standings as well. We'll get to that. But let's start in Gary. Wrap up of a four-game set between the Dogs and Railcats. Top of the fourth. Runners on first and second. And Cody Bohannon drives another one in for Chicago to put them up 2-0 in the fourth. Go to the eighth. 6-0 Dogs lead, and Brendan Metzger tacks another one on with this RBI single. Chicago goes on to win this one 7-1, and they take the series 3-2. Milwaukee, Goldeyes and Milkmen wrapping up their four-game series, the last matchup between these teams this season. Top of the first, Keith Torres gets it started for Winnipeg. His first professional home run puts the Goldeyes up 1-0. Go to the third, two runners on for Max Murphy. He drives them both in, a two-run double, giving Winnipeg a 3-0 lead, and that would be more than enough for Joey Matulovic. 8 shutout innings for the Goldeyes, allowing just 2 hits and striking out 7. Winnipeg earns a series split with a 5-0 win. To Lake Country, Dockhounds and Canaries facing off in a rubber match, and Randall Delgado outstanding once again for Lake Country. 7 innings, just 1 hit, 1 earned run, and 4 strikeouts. And offensively, in the bottom of the fifth, this is Steven Sensley with a laser shot out to right after he hit 2 home runs on Saturday night as well. Lake Country wins it 5-2 and wins the series. To Fargo, Kane County and Fargo-Moorhead facing off in the finale of their 4-game series. This is Scott Schreiber giving the Redhawks the lead with an RBI double here in the third, but go to the fourth. Kane County still down 1-0. Jimmy Kerrigan ties it up with this RBI double. Go to the top of the fifth. Cougars now with a 2-1 lead. J.D. Osborne tacks another one on with this RBI single. The Cougars win it 3-1, and they win the series 3-1 as well. Big series for Kane County. To Sioux City, Salt Dogs looking for a big 4-game series win at Lewis and Clark Park. Go to the bottom of the fifth, tied up at 1. This is Scott Oda with a big 2-run shot, giving the Explorers a 2-run lead. Later on in the 8th, though, Lincoln down by 1. Luke Roscom ties things up at 8. This game would go to extras, and that's where the fun begins. 4-3 Lincoln. Nick Anderson, a 3-run shot, giving the Salt Dogs a 4-run cushion in the 10th inning. Coming through once again is the All-Star, but Sioux City brings it within 1 before Carter Hope gets the final out, striking out Jake Sanford. Salt Dogs win it 7-6. Finally to Cleburne. Finale between the Monarchs and Railroaders in their 3-game set. Bottom of the first, Gavin Collins drives in the run to get things started with this RBI double. Collins had 3 runs driven in on the night. Bottom of the 7th, Cleburne down 5-2. This is when the comeback begins. Zach Narrier with an RBI single to bring Cleburne within 2. Fast forward to the next frame. Cleburne down 1. Guillermo Quintana ties things up with this RBI single. Setting up the bottom of the 9th. Knotted up at 5. Alex Jackson up with 2 down and a runner at second, and he drives home the winning run. A walk-off single for Jackson. Cleburne wins a huge series with a 6-5 win. So here's your final scores from Sunday. Cleburne and Lake Country win their 3-game series 2-1. Kane County, Chicago, and Lincoln win the 4-game series 3-1. And again, that series in Milwaukee ended with a 2-2 split. Standings update in the East. Milwaukee still 6 games up in first place. Cleburne 6 games back, very tightly packed between second, third, and fourth. Chicago and Lake Country knotted up in third, 6.5 back. In the West, similar story. Kansas City up 5 games in first. Lincoln has now snuck up to second, but very tightly packed as well. Sioux City just a game back of them in fourth. What a weekend it was, but unfortunately, I've got no plans for you tonight. It is a league-wide off day, well-deserved rest day around the league. But you can stay tuned tomorrow. A new episode of the AA Now podcast will be coming out. I had the opportunity to sit down with Max Murphy, the reigning player of the year, so stay tuned for that. Of course, new series getting underway tomorrow night as well, so go to aabaseball.com for that schedule, and tune in to the next Whip Round, which will be on Wednesday as I recap it all for you. I'm Matt Yeazel for the American Association, where we play to win.